Good morning, everyone, and good morning, University of Washington Interdisciplinary Honors Class of 2025. Give yourselves a huge round. I'm Stephanie Smallwood. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a member of the University of Washington faculty in the History Department and the Comparative History of Ideas Department, otherwise known as CHID. I'm also director of the UW Honors Program, and that is why I have the tremendous privilege to lead this celebration of you, our 2025 Interdisciplinary Honors Husky graduates, and our guests, your families and friends who are here to share this incredible milestone with you. To the graduates, today is about you, your unique journey that brought you to the University of Washington and Interdisciplinary Honors. Most of you arrived here in the autumn of 2021. I remember that year well. It was the year that began with a hopeful effort to ease our way out of full COVID pandemic shutdown and quickly fizzled into a state of not fully back to in-person, but also not fully remote state of chaos, thanks to a certain viral entity known as the Omicron variant. Nevertheless, we persevered. You persevered. Already, whatever vision you had of how your college years here were going to unfold was taking new and unanticipated directions, and you were learning to just roll with it. It's a lesson you had already mastered, having earned your high school diplomas in the midst of COVID pandemic shutdown. So every single one of you has watched some or all of your plans change in ways big or small. At times, by the excitement of discovering new passions. In other moments, by the soul-crushing pain of some kind of disappointment. Perhaps by the accident of serendipitous opportunities, but also by the jolt of unexpected setbacks. Sometimes by the weight of circumstances beyond your control, but also by, wow, I had no idea I could do that. Heights that you climbed by the force of your fearless belief in yourself. Whatever your unique combination of expected outcomes, meandering detours, and I have no idea what just happened or how that happened, moments of puzzlement, your UW student road has brought you to this magnificent ending. Graduation with the Interdisciplinary Honors or College Honors distinction on your University of Washington undergraduate diploma. So on behalf of the Honors Program staff, our faculty, and our campus and community partners who have been rooting for you since the day you arrived, it is with heartfelt joy that I thank you for the privilege of being part of your journey, and I congratulate you for making the most of your walk through immeasurable academic and personal growth, for showing up as your whole selves and for inspiring us each and every day. Now, it's time for me to invite two of your classmates to join me at the podium. Samantha-Lynn Martinez, who has earned a Bachelor of Science degree in biology with a focus in ecology, evolution, and conservation, and the distinction of Interdisciplinary Honors. And Jaime Stout, who has earned a double major Bachelor of Arts degree in English and Sociology with the distinction of Interdisciplinary Honors. Jaime and Samantha, you have been deeply involved in the honors community in so many ways. As peer educators and Honors 100, you helped first-year students build a solid foundation for their interdisciplinary honors path by learning that DARS is your friend, that all four-year course plans are meant to be broken, and that reflection doesn't have to feel like self-imposed psychoanalysis. And you've both organized and led all kinds of trips and tours and other events to share your evolving intellectual passions with classmates and help create an organic sense of student community in the honors program. Jaime, you have supported so many students with your thoughtful leadership as an RA in the Honors Living Learning community in Terry Hall, and our students are so lucky that you will continue in that role in the year ahead. Samantha-Lynn, as our student moderator for the 2023 Global Challenges event on Ways of Knowing, you provided such impactful leadership, helping the Honors 100 students frame questions for the faculty speakers and expertly steering the evening's conversation to be grounded and relatable for an audience of students from all different majors. And of course, you've also left an indelible mark on UW Honors with your remarkable talents as an artist. Anyone in the audience who has noticed our UW Honors logo that is on some stickers that are available out front should know that this is an original Samantha-Lynn Martinez graphic design. Remember the name. I could easily go on singing praises for you both, but I think it's time for me to turn the podium and the microphone over to you. Graduates, please let Jaime and Samantha-Lynn know how excited you are to hear from them with a round of applause.
How's the volume? Good morning, class of 2025, and congratulations on all that you have accomplished, as well as all that you have yet to achieve. My name is Jaime Stout, and it is an honor to be speaking here with you today. I wanted to embark on our time together in the same way that Dr. Juliana Villegas, a former Associate Director of the Interdisciplinary Honors Program, began her final note to me while we studied abroad together under her direction in Copenhagen, Denmark. She addressed the letter, "Dear Questioning One." I can think of no better way to address the collective gathered before me today. In coming to know so many of you over the years, I've also come to understand that the majority of us made our way to the honors program and community by means of this questioning. These inquiries driving us have varied in weight and implication, though never once in validity. From the hallowed halls of Terry Hall in the Honors LLC, we asked, how on earth am I supposed to make friends at a school this size? From the lecture halls of Honors 100, how am I supposed to plan the next 4 years of my life when I don't even know what I want to major in? Shout out to the 4-year plan and the trauma bond it all gave us here today. These questions also appeared throughout our honors coursework. Come on, I cannot be the only person who has had the thought, really? Another reflection? Beyond our repeated explorations and inquiries of self, this program has, by its very nature, prompted us to question the convention of siloing overlapping fields of study into distinctly separate departments. Our curriculum has encouraged an interrogation of institutions, ways of knowing, forms of power, and our positionality within them. This campus is riddled with your curiosities. This space we occupy has been painted and dictated by the ways that we have engaged with it, the range of questions that you have chosen to pursue. I see you everywhere. Our experiences in this place were shaped by these lines of inquiry, those we chose to shoulder alone, and the ones we navigated together, whether we knew we were doing so or not. I'm going to ask my fellow graduates to engage in a bit of reflection with me just one last time, again, classic honors, and embrace the vulnerability of audience participation. Remember, if we all do it together, it's not weird. Good. Please raise your hand if at any point in your time here you have questioned your place within honors, your worthiness in being here, you've experienced imposter syndrome of any kind. Hey, me too. I think by the very inquisitive nature that ties us all together here, we have a tendency to turn it upon ourselves. To question if we are doing the right thing, if we're doing enough, if what we are doing really matters. To answer those questions, I now ask you to please raise your hand if you have ever had a moment where you felt at home, recognized, or seen within any aspect of the honors program. Hey, me too. This right here is the honors community that I know and love. The one that I have come to call home. One where I can walk into the honors suite at any time and be welcomed to any table with ease, usually with a cup of tea on the way. Where my advisors know not only my name, which is a feat in and of itself at an institution of this size, but also the ambitions which are driving me. Where, on a whim, I can find myself atop a suspension bridge in Vancouver, Canada, all because of a passing idea and the willingness of others. Shout out to you, Samantha. Those are memories I will cherish forever. Where the faculty and staff quickly become mentors and then seamlessly bleed into friends. Where we have the power to dictate the direction of the classroom because what we say matters. Where the late night conversations on the floors of our dorm rooms contemplate the intricacies of cultural difference and exchange before devolving into fits of laughter and the inevitable noise complaint. That's what the LLC was for, right? I have never felt more understood, more seen than I have in the time I have spent with you. As we all convene here one last time together and recognize ourselves in one another, my sincerest hope is that honors has taught you to question everything but yourself. In this too, I hope that you got at least some of your questions answered at the University of Washington. But more than that, however, I hope that you are leaving here with more than when you started. Clarity is a beautiful thing, and it's something I think all of us wish we had more of, especially as we enter into a world that can, at times, appear all but hopeless. It is in this moment, too, that I want to briefly acknowledge the mobilization taking place around our nation to protest the monumental harm orchestrated by the current administration. I do believe us being here today to commemorate the degrees we have earned and the community that we have built is a part of that work. Particularly during a time when education is being intentionally devalued and attacked. I digress. If my time at Honors has taught me anything, and trust me, it has, it is that this world we occupy is not the only one possible. How wonderful it is to not know what comes next, to not know the answer, to allow space for all these questions and simply let them sit. For it is in that space between knowing and not knowing where possibility takes root. It is through questioning what we already know that we come to imagine what is possible, what can be. I want to live in the world that this class imagines. Class of 2025, I want to thank you not only for your curiosity, but also for your dedication to chasing it. Yet, as we enter into this new territory, where that chase can appear so dire, I want to invoke something else Juliana wrote in that letter. Take time to rest and be at peace. I am in a room full of overachievers, and I should know, I've stalked enough of you on LinkedIn. But I have never been more impressed nor inspired than I am by the honors community that I am graduating aside today. You have all worked so ridiculously hard to get to this seat and to wear this silly little hat. Take the time to relish in it. Take the time to rest. Hold tight to your curiosities and allow them to be pursued sustainably. The last thing Juliana said before signing off, big hugs. I extend one to each and every one of you. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. I am so glad we got to do it together. Keep questioning. Take the time to rest. Congratulations. And go dogs.
Jamie killed it out there. Well, hello everyone, and hello to the beautiful, wonderful, amazing class of 2025. Some of you I've had the absolute pleasure of either working with or teaching in Honors 100. Again, shout out Trauma Bond. Some of you might have seen me do some pretty chaotic but hopefully educational science communication lessons in Dr. Oliver's Storytelling and Sciences class, which is still to this day one of my favorite classes of all time. If you've ever taken it, you get the vibe, you get the gist. And some of you might have seen a video of me showing a bunch of kids some dead fish, tell them about the wonders of marine life and diversity. And yeah, the majority of you in this room have no idea who I am. So hi, that anecdote about the dead fish was quite jarring, but I promise you there's no hidden dead fish anywhere on the stage, under your seats. It's not like one of those shows. Now, full disclosure, the last time I did a graduation speech, I was actually in 5th grade, and I did something quite quirky. Let's call it quirky. I actually sang a little bit of Starships by Nicki Minaj because I thought the line, because we're starships, we're meant to fly, can't stop because we're so high, was just the perfect metaphor for reaching beyond what we think we're capable of. But tiny Samantha didn't actually realize that there were multiple meanings to the word high beyond the altitude context. But it doesn't matter, no musical performances today, no dead fish, but even in lieu of flash mobs and dead fish, I really hope that you all are ready for such an amazing day of celebration, such an amazing day of reflection, and I'm so glad to be here with you all. And I want to make sure that you understand that Jamie and I are really here to kick off this big day of celebration for you, and I wanted to make sure you got the gist and vibe of who you're working with, and I'm honestly just so glad I could share the stage with Jamie as one of my closest friends in the program, and there's so many in this room that I've also had such a pleasure of getting to know over the years. Now, here's the thing, my undergrad journey has been a wild one, as you can tell from my intro, kind of quirky, all over the place. There's lots of things going on. From school to personal life, it was full of twists and pivots and decisions that made quite literally zero sense at the time, yet somehow things worked out. But through it all, Honors has truly been the closest thing to a home that I've found here on this campus. And I'm not joking about that. I'm not just saying it because they asked me to be the speaker. I'm saying that out of full sincerity of my heart because like many of us in the room, like Jamie and I, we feel the very same way. And it really warms my heart to see that so many of you feel that same way as well. Now, the thing is too, there's a little bit of a blip before I even joined the honors program. When I got the acceptance email, I actually tried quitting before I even stepped foot on the campus because I didn't fit that standard bill. I didn't think that I was an honors student. I wasn't objectively the smartest and brightest light bulb in the room growing up through school. And I really tried to quit. I think I had like 3 or 4 advising appointments before September even rolled around where I was like, please take me out. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to line up with my schedule. But my advisor at the time just kept telling me, you're going to love it. You are going to see that this is so much more than just a program. You're going to see that the mold of an honor student isn't exactly what you anticipate it to be. And that truly changed my life because I stayed. I stayed after my advisor basically begged me to stay. And so many of my closest friends and most important opportunities have just shown themselves through this room, through this staff, and through faculty, and through my instructors that I've met through this program. And truly, I really want to put my heart out for all the people who are in this room who I've shared a classroom with just as students, because you have seen it all. You've been through the wild group projects, the unhinged late-night boba runs, and of course the spontaneous trips. Yeah, shout out to Jamie, and shout out to the fact that we were just atop a 300-foot suspension bridge in Vancouver, and I definitely really realized that I had a really bad fear of heights, and I unleashed a string of words that are very expressive that I cannot say at a graduation ceremony, but those are some of the core memories that I carry with me as we go through the rest of our time here at the UW. But more than the fun and chaotic moments, the platform for exploration here at the Honors Program is what really taught me to belong in a place that I didn't think I initially deserved, and that was absolutely priceless. It's so powerful. I made projects that I only could have dreamt of, but then I realized that honors would actually encourage and recognize and actually credit creativity as academic benchmarks as well, which was really helpful actually, by the way. That was, shout out to y'all, you do a great job at encouraging that kind of initiative and that kind of ambition. I realized after deciding to stay that prior to all this, I spent years waiting for people to tell me what kind of work I was capable of, rather than believing in the potential of myself. As Jamie mentioned, as all of us mention all the time, it's really about believing in yourself. And the truth is, just going for it, being curious, just taking a shot in the dark is the #1 skill that I've learned at this university, and especially through honors. Of course, I have my degree, I have my Bachelor of Science, whatever, blah, 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 but oh my goodness, you all, just going for it looks so different compared to all of the types of classwork and all the types of homework you can do here at the university. And what does just going for it even look like? Well, it could look like cold emailing someone whose work you admire, is asking questions you think might sound silly, like how do fish here, can fish here? If I were to throw an underwater EDM rave for a fish, would they even know that it's happening? And I got to do a little project on that, so that was a lot of fun. And another thing is, it's just saying yes to that weird job, just so you can expand the breadth of your skill set and discover something new about yourself that you might have not known before. It's showing up even when you're unsure and being unafraid to ask for help when you need it. That's a really hard skill, y'all. I know there's a lot of people in here that are still learning that skill, and it's going to be something that we battle with forever and ever. But here's the thing, it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than just working on yourself. I've learned over the years that, some of my most amazing mentors and closest friends who are in this room, that going for it also means lifting others up while you climb. It's choosing to be open and honest about your experience level without shrinking your potential. It's saying, I don't know this yet, but I am so ready to learn. And it's looking out for your friends, your classmates, your colleagues, and celebrating the hell out of them when they succeed. Because we don't do this alone. No one gets to where they're going by themselves, and if you can be a part of someone's journey, be a part of someone's journey the best way you can. And yes, this particular line of work, this lifestyle, it's pretty hard, no matter how fun the rewards and adventures might be. For context, I work with wildlife and in the environment, in science research and education, and in communication as well, and it takes me all over. I've wrangled baby sea lions in Alaska, I've piloted underwater robot cameras thousands of meters below the sea. I have some of my favorite friends and colleagues who do the same in this room too, so it's very cool that you're here to read about this as well. And I've worked with folks who quite literally made my childhood dream a reality, and working on crazy stuff like National Geographic and the BBC, because that's what got me excited about wildlife and got me excited about nature. And I truly think that it's so cool that I've taken my own little steps through my time here at the university, and quite literally doing that silly project about fish hearing and stuff got me the opportunity to talk to kids and show them my dead fish and talk about how cool fish are. And that has truly set off a whole chain of events in my story. And again, those were all just moments of just going for it, surrounding yourself with the people who you want to emulate and become and are inspired by. I love what I do, but it also means I'm always moving. I miss birthdays, I miss home. It's hard on my parents that have to see their only kid, their only girl, up and leave basically every couple of weeks if I'm not already out in the middle of nowhere. And it's hard on my people, and it's really hard to build roots when you are always on the move. And it's tough, but it's so worth it because I get to see them and get to celebrate with every passing moment that we do have together. But even in that moment of chaos and movement, Honors, again, gave me something steady. It was a place to reflect, connect, and belong. And as ridiculous and awkward as this phase of our life can be, because I actually call it middle school part 2, because it's different, but the vibes are kind of similar, okay? The thing is, we have so much beauty in this mess. And there's growth and confusion, there's clarity and community. To wrap this up, I learned a term in an honors class called aspirational capital. It's not a measure of monetary wealth, nor is it ever meant to be. It means daring to dream past what's possible, no matter what hand you were dealt. It means visualizing a better future of fulfillment, even when your present is full of limitations. It's exactly what 5th grade Samantha was preaching during her generously abstract tribute to Nicki Minaj. Especially during these times that are confusing, difficult, scary, and uncertain, I think that spirit still lives here in all of us. And it's something that truly goes hand in hand with the term going for it. All of us as individuals should take this into our next chapter, wherever that might lead us. So today, take a second to look in the mirror. Picture the kid that lives in you. That one that would refuse to wear that jacket during Halloween because he thought it would ruin the costume. And the one that tried broccoli for the first time after surviving entirely off of chicken tenders for the past few years. The one who had big dreams with no concepts of limitations at all. That kid is still in you. That kid is you. You deserve to keep close to dreams, if that's anything that I've learned from being in this program. So go out there, take a big, deep breath of that fresh Pacific Northwest air that we all love and adore, and celebrate this giant moment that actually only takes up a tiny fraction in this giant timeline that is your life. Then get out there and kick some butt, my friends. Like 5th grade Samantha said, we're starships, we're meant to fly. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 2025.